Once we get out of the little underground passage here, slash at all the bushes, and then jump over the gap. Oh, I missed that jump. Let's try it again. Oh, missed it again. I actually miss it several consecutive times in a row here. This just goes for show that it's significantly easier if you use the Pegasus boots and the Rock's Feather combined. Anywho, you'll finally get over, and then just head a screen to the left, and now you'll notice there's a bush on this little small island in the middle of the water. Just swim on over and slash at the bush, and we will get the 18th secret seashell. You'll notice the ghost here is still every couple seconds yelling at me, "Take me home, take me to the house." Luckily, we're right at his house pretty much. It's just 2 screens to the left, so just walk to the left of the screen. We're back here, use the Rock's Feather and the Pegasus boots at the same time, and jump over the gap. And here is the ghost town. Here, enter my house. The ghost will wander around his house just looking at his bed, the shelf, the table, all his very interesting things. Nostalgia, unchanged, boo-hoo. Enough, cemetery, take me, my grave. Alright, so he wanted us to take him home, and now he came home, and now he wants you to take him to his grave. So step outside and play Mambo, and this will warp you over to Mambo's Pond, which is right next to Crazy Tracy's house. This is conveniently located right near the ghost's grave, so it's a good shortcut rather than going through the overworld. Head left screen and then down 2 screens, lifting up any of the rocks that are in your way. That is actually his grave on the left side, so head down a screen and then up a screen along the left side of the screen. And the ghost will thank you. Thank you. A jar in my home. Look inside. Bye bye. Hoot! It has been some time since our paths crossed, lad. You must dive into the waters of Martha's Bay to enter the catfish's maw. The closer you get to the windfish, the more restless he sleeps. Carry onward. Hoot! And then after the owl, here comes the photographer. Ah, how I love pictures. Hey, Link, what are you doing here? You want to know about that ghost? I bet he's happy thanks to you. Are you ready for a picture? And then Link takes a picture next to the gravestone. Kind of odd picture to take, but hey, and there's the ghost. Alright, now we can do a little sidetracking here since we finally got rid of that ghost haunting us. We can continue the trading sequence by heading to the area just north of the mysterious forest. It's pretty much the identical path we took when we first had to go to Gapango Swamp, so head in that direction, which is at the northwest corner of the mysterious forest. So defeat the moblins and these little Zols and Gel along your way. If you got the red tunic, the Zols only take 1 hit to defeat, so they won't even split into gels, which is kind of cool. Head up a screen and enter the house of Mr. Wright. What's this? A letter for me? I'm so happy, and look, the letter came with a photograph. Christine? She's so beautiful. I must give you something for your trouble. Well, it looks like all I have is this broom. How will that be? Alright, so you got a broom. And that photograph, that was not Christine, or whoever Christine is. That was Princess Peach from Super Mario Bros., which is yet another reference from the Mario series here in Link's Awakening. We want to head up a screen and enter this cave. We could have actually come here earlier in the game, but it's just more convenient now. There are 2 treasure chests in these caves. One of them, right here, contains 20 rupees. So open it up and then head to the right, and you will find another treasure chest. You'll need to have gotten the power bracelet, which we got quite a while ago. So pick up the skull and open this treasure chest to get 50 rupees. We are now at 964, which is almost enough to get the bow. And that's going to be our next destination, actually, in Mabe Village. We can continue the trading sequence, but we're also going to be able to finally, after all this time, purchase the bow and arrow. And remember, it does cost 980 rupees, so I'm actually a bit short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little secret in Mabe Village where you could actually get unlimited rupees. I didn't originally want to include this because I didn't want to make it the full basis of getting rupees, even though you really could have. You don't really need to get any of these treasure chests in caves in the overworld, whatever. You could just keep playing the trendy game over and over and get unlimited rupees that way. So I'll show you that. I'm only going to do it once because that's all I need. But beforehand, go talk to the old woman here. Yahoo, Yahoo, a new broom for me? It is, isn't it? And she got the broom. Okay, in return you can have this fishing hook I found when I swept by the riverbank. Alright, so we exchanged the broom for a fishing hook. Alright, I guess that's a good trade, sort of. Enter the shop, or the trendy game, and here's the little secret, nevertheless. Pay the 10 rupees or whatever, and you'll notice on the game there are 2 rupees. If you position the crane so it's at the top left corner, and then watch the front rupee, once it starts going up on the far right, release the crane, and it will pick up the rupee once it gets there. You have to time it perfectly, so right where the recovery heart is, right then. You want to press it right when it's at the bottom right corner of the screen. And this gives you 30 rupees. And if you perfect this, you can just keep playing the game. You pay 10 rupees to play, and then you win 30 rupees. So each time you win 20 rupees. And there's 2 of them, so you can win 40 rupees. Then you just leave the shop and return, and you can just keep getting 40 rupees over and over and over. And eventually you could get this right away, basically. The first time the bow and arrow becomes for sale, you can just keep saving up and get 980 rupees and purchase the bow and arrow. Alternatively, you could just steal the bow, like I showed you earlier, but we don't want to be a thief, right? Anyway, our next destination is actually the ghost house. If you recall, when we saved him, he said there's a secret underneath a pot in his house. So we want to make our way back to the Tornado Shores, going along this same path that we've come along so many times already, and just make your way eastward. Just keep going past this little monkey. Remember, if we head south, that's where we first met, or well, not first met, but where we met Marin, by the beach. The ghost house is just one screen eastward, so enter it, and just lift the pots at the bottom right corner, and you will find a secret seashell, and this is the 19th seashell that you'll find. Remember, we only need 20 of them in order to get the level 2 sword, so there's actually another seashell we can get right now. So our next destination, before going to the next dungeon, we are going to get the level 2 sword. So you can just jump into the water here. We want to just swim to the north a bit and climb the steps. That's actually the next dungeon, Catfish's Maw, but we'll be coming back to that shortly. Now that we have the flippers, the next secret seashell that we can get is actually right next to Key Cavern, the 3rd dungeon of the game. So just make your way on over, just navigating through these screens, these familiar screens which we've been to before. And now just head west, and we can actually jump into the water now, and we can actually reach this little secret pond here that we couldn't reach before. And you found a secret seashell. This is now the 20th seashell in the game, and as I said, there's 20 of them needed in order to get the level 2 sword, but there's actually 26 of them in total. So I will be showing you all 26 of them as we get to them. So even if you missed, like, if you didn't get the 5th, the 6th, and 11th one when you had exactly 5 or 10 seashells, because you can't get those if you miss them originally, there's ways you can make up for it. So anyway, make your way to the Seashell Mansion and enter it, and then just walk to the right, and the meter will fill up on the right side of the screen, and Link will be rewarded with the level 2 sword. And this is a big advancement, as there's new abilities we will have that I will show you in just a second. And plus, if you got the red tunic, this really makes your sword very powerful. Plus, when you get pieces of power, it gets crazy strong. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. Join me for the rest of Chapter 5, where we will do a couple more side quests, and then make our way to the 5th dungeon, Catfish's Maw.